Are you looking for a new state in the next year? If you are, you're not alone. Research has shown that 3 million people move states in the US each year, and 60% of them move between the months of May and August. In this video, we'll be telling you 10 states that are going downhill in 2022 and 2023, so make sure you watch this video to the end and get some fantastic information. First up, why will a state be considered to be going downhill? What factors determine this classification? The factors to be considered when trying to know if a state is going downhill or not could be individually determined. But on a general note, here are a few reasons why a state might end up on this list. First, you could consider the cost of living in that state, the rate of their healthcare, their level of education, their crime rates, the median wage operating there, and of course, their cities and rural areas. We also consider how state laws are in areas like voting rights and anti-discrimination safeguards. That is business, not politics. If you are considering moving states, here are some other things you may want to consider doing. Research your new city. Check the cost of living differences. Consider moving out and storage unit options. Set money aside. Figure out healthcare. Inquire about your new state's rate of natural disaster. Explore your new neighborhood, and many more. So based on these ratings, we have the 10 states that are going downhill in 2022 and 2023, and maybe even beyond. Will they get better? Perhaps. But for now, this is where they are. Are all these states 100% horrible? No. Will they struggle in 2022, 2023, and maybe beyond? Yeah, we think so. This video is based on personal opinion and research. Let us know in the comments section if you agree. Your opinions are as valuable as ours. Let's dive right into these states. Louisiana. Louisiana has been behind in many areas for a long time, and its issues can be attributed to its leaders. Since many years ago, Louisiana has been regarded as one of the most politically corrupt states in the nation. And if you have bad politicians, you'll have bad decisions, because usually they're not making decisions for the people, they're making decisions for their own self-interest. And this often results in states getting a little run down when it's gone for decades and decades, which is what leaves you with a wonderful and historic state like Louisiana going downhill. Will Louisiana ever get out of this mess? Not anytime soon. If they keep having politicians that go to jail, they'll be in trouble for a very long time. Mississippi. Mississippi is one of our all-time favorite states, and it frequently appears in top 10 lists. Mississippi is the poorest state in the nation, though. 19.6% of their population was estimated to be in poverty as of 2021, and we think the number has increased slightly since then. However, Mississippi has some positive qualities too. For instance, out of the 12 areas a state typically scores by, they have good colleges that rank 50 in the country, pretty good healthcare, a 49th place economy, and 48th place infrastructure. But as a result of the poverty going on there, they're going to decline. New Mexico. There are many issues in New Mexico, some of which are very serious. Their poverty rate is relatively high, their education and school systems are super bad, and their crime rates are awful. As of 2021, they had the highest poverty rate in the country, 18.2%. And according to the most recent report, that rate has increased to either 18.8% or 19%, depending on who you ask. If you look at where they rank for other numerous things, you'll notice that, of course, they have financial problems on so many different levels. Although the people are friendly and the sunsets are beautiful, will things improve in 2023? In our opinion, probably not. Things may improve in some areas, but overall, the situation in this state may continue to deteriorate, at least for the next few years. Alaska. Known as the final frontier, people have been lured to this state for decades because of its scenic beauty, wide open spaces, fishing, varied way of life, wonderful outdoors, and oil jobs. But there is a high cost of living associated with living in Alaska, and through time people have learned to live with this cost since there are other advantages to living there, and because many of the occupations they have pay very well, making it worthwhile. Why are they on this list then? Well, obviously past glory is not enough. Most of the businesses and sectors there have slowed down in recent years, either due to a lack of employment or increased automation. As a result, fewer and fewer people are needed, which means fewer and fewer people will stick around. This is something you should be aware of. People today don't find enough advantages to staying there. Arkansas. The state's northwestern region is doing okay. It has strong schools, good jobs, and a low crime rate. But things are not so fantastic in the rest of the state. In places like Little Rock and Pine Bluff, one of the worst cities in the nation, there is an outrageous crime level. Will they get better? Well, that's the key question. They haven't for the past 25 years, and we doubt 2023 will be any different. They consistently lag behind the advancements other states make. Oklahoma. Oklahoma has very poor reviews in a lot of crucial areas. The fact that they're placed 44th in the country for their crime rate and 42nd in the country for education and healthcare respectively is not good. Some cities in Oklahoma are doing well. In particular, Stillwater, which is at its best in luring many different workers to move there, has improved over the past few years. Tulsa is also doing well. Thus, why are they included in this list? We're about to find out. Small towns are a major source of issues in Oklahoma. They're struggling there. Many small towns in Oklahoma are rapidly depopulating. There are numerous small towns there that are struggling and continue to lose residents. California. Some of you may wonder why California doesn't appear on the top of this list, given the high cost of living and the homeless population there. The only answer is that the Golden State still has a strong economy, beautiful scenery, and superb weather. According to U.S. News, they are the 5th best state for healthcare, and in all honesty, they have good hospitals. When it comes to a strong economy, they are consistently in the top 10. On the other hand, they've still lost a lot of population in the last few years, and we think this tendency will continue. Of course, not everyone has the means to cover the high cost of living there. Oregon. Despite the fact that Oregon is a relatively excellent state, Portland, Oregon is its major problem. Compared to Ohio and California, which have seen several cities weighing them down, Oregon is doing reasonably well, but things won't get any better by 2023. Portland, Oregon is what keeps this state from improving. Ohio. The cities are the main issue here. The rural parts are fine, but there are just too many crumbling cities there. The crime rate in Cleveland is 150% more than the national average, as is the crime rate in Toledo, Youngstown, and even Springfield, Ohio. Community Solutions conducted a study of Ohio residents asking them to identify the state's main problems and predict what the solutions would be. The issues addressed included inflation, economics, and drug abuse. Kentucky. When ranking the poorest states, Kentucky is consistently in the top 10, and they've been impacted by the opioid crisis. Despite the kind and gorgeous people there, poverty still exists. Lack of trust in elected leaders from the mayor to the governor is the #1 problem in Kentucky. They use the federal minimum wage, or $7.25 an hour, and have more than their fair proportion of jobs paying the minimum wage, which has contributed to an increase in their poverty rate. We believe that Kentucky will get significantly worse in 2023 for these reasons. And there you have it, everything you needed to know about the 10 states going downhill in 2022 to 2023. We hope you enjoyed this video. Consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel if you did. Also, please turn on your notifications so you never miss out on any fun stuff we inform our viewers about. Finally, if you have any more related news about the topic we missed, let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching.